When doing our media product, we had to learn about lots of various different technologies. The first one we had to learn about was Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro was quite difficult for me to use personally because I was used to iMovie. We first learned how to import clips and change the volume of the different clips using the yellow bar. To import clips, you first go to File, Import, and then you get selected with all your files that you can drag and crop and then put in. Then you can go on to different effects with the effects toolbar when you hover over each clip and change the colour, do colour corrections, etc., which we also learnt about. And then you'll just drag it in to make the correct time so we could accurately get our film open into 2 minutes long. The next piece of software we learnt about was Logic. Logic was more familiar to me because I had used GarageBand before, which made it a lot easier for me. We first import different loops, which we were looking at, which you could select by genre or mood or instruments. Then you go into other files like drums and percussion. We mainly focused on abstract and atmosphere sounds because they felt it really fit our psychological thriller theme. Then you can layer the loops on top of each other and change the volumes using different volume tools. And then you can just see how well they match together and make sure that your time is correct to your film. Then you can save them all by bouncing the tracks because there's more than one. You just set the settings to where you want them to be saved to, and then you just click bounce and then you're done. And most importantly, we learned how to use the cameras. Video cameras weren't normally what me and most of the guys had already used before, so this was also quite new to us. But really enjoyed using them because of the fact that they were quite simple to use once you got the hang of them. We only had to set things like make sure that they had the right exposure by using just different ISO levels just to make sure it wasn't overexposed, and also just being cautious of the lighting that we were in. Also, we just had to learn basic things like turning it on, turning it off, the zoom buttons, just various things like that, which were quite simple to pick up. And then just learning how to import the different footage using all the cables that we had to be taught how to import each thing to Premiere Pro specifically and make sure it was saved on the same hard drive so that nothing got lost and that every file came up properly instead of getting mixed up and not working.